I'm, 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 I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, Constable. I, I, I just wanted, just that one night, to take my British out for dinner. Oh, Rowley. Just that one night.
You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction.
Oh my god, motherfucker!
Just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighboring beat's care.
Oh no, crying emotes in the chat.
You see, I thought, well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see.
I beg your pardon?
Of course he did. Otherwise, my Rowley would never have left the poor woman on the freezing cold pavement.
I see your meaning now.
But God got me back for my sins, didn't he? That's why. That's why I missed the Rosa bot for Pat.
Oh no, Rowley. That was all my fault. I should have never dropped it in such a dark place. I'm so sorry, Rowley.
And can you tell us, Constable, how many books did you move from the one side of the road to the other in total?
Four it was. Yes, sir. Definitely 4.
3 of them dropped by Mr. Natsume, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Gardeb household, of course.
But what made you place that book in the victim's hand when all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean?
Well, sir. That's because that's how I found it.
How you found it? What do you mean?
Lul!
When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
You're sure it was this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding?
Oh yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir.
Interesting.
We're sending you to federal pound you in the ass prison.
But she's not sorry he's a criminal, only that he got caught. She's sorry she dropped the rose in the wrong place. She didn't know the plan. She'll do better next time.
Kekwa.
Oh no, I'm dropping frames again. Whack. Sorry, guys.
Damn. The stream was going so well.
Lul.
No, I am not. It's official. Spectrum hates Ace Attorney. They just hate me, dude.
But yeah, no, I'm just using OBS Studio. Why do you ask, Nez?
Seems okay now.
But yeah, I was dropping frames for a little bit. Sorry about that.
Piano Man, thanks for still hanging out, dude.
Yeah, sorry for the tech issues, guys.
Interesting.
The fourth book's information has been updated in the court record.
I thought it was an open-end shot case at the time, you see. There were only the two people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you looked at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who'd done it. I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it all over the road would make a jot of a difference. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it.
My lord.
Yes, Lord Van Zeeks.
I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witnesses. Constable, you may withdraw.
Oh, yes, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor, sir. What will become of my Rowley? What will happen to him?
For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in due course.
Please, don't punish my husband. This was all my fault. It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late.
No. Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired.
All right then, my love.
One last thing, Constable.
Sir.
Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you.
Yes, sir.
Carve that lesson in your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime.
Never again, sir? You mean to say?
Leave. Now. This trial is not yet over.
Sir!
Sounds good, Nez. Van Zeke's a big old bitch. Where's your wine now? Sounds good, RWG.
Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say.
Whoever thought of a third party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that? Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. Principally, that the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume, is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime.
Objection!
No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back.
Forgive me for being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already.
Lord Van Zieks, is this true? Very well. Name the person if you will, and if further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing. You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime.
Mrs. Garadeb.
What do you think, chat?
Fool!
Susato?
The Honorable Judge Santa is shocked.
Lul!
You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime. 100% Garadeb, right? No one else has really any reason to. It's gotta be Joan, dude. It's gotta be Joan, bro.
Obviously ass fries. He is sus as fuck.
You mean
Tobias Gregson.
those fries coming out of his ass? It's been a little bit. Let's save here.
Take that!
The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of a new witness, my lord.
What, once again?
My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Garadeb.
Me? Oh, dearie me!
Objection!
That request has already been denied.
Objection!
But the situation is very different now. Mrs. Garadeb, answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad?
At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. John Garadeb. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. And to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road.
Well, what of it?
You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane of the open top-hinged casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yes, and as I said, what of it?
During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on. So, let me ask you one more time, Mrs. Garadeb. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before?
recall it.
Seriously?
Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? And anyway, the man over there in all that regalia said members of the jury needn't testify. Didn't he?
Conveniently, yes.
Objection!
No. I have no recollection of saying that at all, juror number 4.
Oh!
Make no mistake. You jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out.
But that's just a common or a garden knife. It could have come from anywhere. We have several like that at home. If one went missing, how would you expect me to know? What's that?
Are you joking?
What are you saying, please, Mrs. Garadeb? Oh, shit.
Now, you listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I'd injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. Oh, the poor woman. Mrs. Doubtfire did it. Mrs. Muppet did it? Where's her tuffet? And her curds in way? Ryunosuke is over this shit. Brilliant joke. You all simply missed out. Those curds. Oh, the poor woman. So, yes. I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife if that's what you think. Come along now. Chop chop. Do your worst.
Well,
Mr. Naruhodo?
if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already.
Then take the stand, juror.
Oh!
The prosecution does not object to the defense's request to cross-examine this woman.
Thank you, Lord Van Zeeks.
I'm going to have to testify?
Juror number 4. As I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes today, witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not even have been aware.
Dearie me.
So, I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Garadeb. And mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Do you concur, counsels?
Certainly, my lord.
That's what I'm hoping for, my lord. Oh, damn, new soundtrack? Who this? New song, who this?
Plot twist!
Mr. Garadeb is probably watching right now, happy as hell that his wife is about to go to prison. Prison. Yo, so this juror has something to do with the murder that she is juring on? Yeah, dude. Possibly. Accidental murder, if anything, but still, yep. That's what I'm hoping for, my lord.
You're a whore. You're a whore, just admit it. You're a whore. You whore yourself
Welcome back,
out online,
AC/DC.
You whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore, plain and simple. Just admit that you're a whore and a slut.
Mrs. Garadeb is definitely a whore.
harlot.
Happy Monday, AC/DC. Is this how Japanese courtrooms are? Because, A, why is this not a TV show? Why is Sam not the host? Oh, 'tis your Friday? Fuck yeah, dude. Cheers, man. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a nice day.
This is such a strange feeling.
For the first time since arriving in this country,
It actually feels real. I'm here, in the Old Bailey, and I'm a lawyer.
hells yeah, Ryunosuke, you got this shit, baby.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Yes. My name is Joan Goradeb. And I'm a juror and such like.
It sounds like even she doesn't know if she's a housewife or a maid or what anymore.
The court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam?
Yes, my lord.
You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. And I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth.
Oh, dearie me.
Chin up, Joni. Nothing to worry about now. Who's that?
Lul.
New character, who dis? Oh, maybe her husband?
Hey. Mr. Crescent Moon, motherfucker.
Joe Gardner, make him a stuffer. It's his treatment kappa.
All I'm saying is if I got to carry a sword like loitering, I'd definitely be a lawyer. I know, right? It's a badass sword. The cheeks, I know, right? They're just like... Yeah, we were dropping some frames, but yeah, we're okay for now.
I didn't know you were here, John.
Wasn't only you in the room that day, old thing, was it? Rather think I ought to testify as well, don't you?
But what about your knee, dear?
Don't you worry about that. Hardly notice it. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone.
Oh, John.
Lul. Such a Chad. Gotcha, Nez. Thanks, dude.
Oh, John.
I presume you are Mr. John Goradeb? Yes, sir. Former Second Lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th North Lumberland Fusiliers, sir. Seen my fair share of action and now living the quiet life, as it were. The quiet life. The quiet life. Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question? Ah, Well, yes. Quite.
I believe this may represent a first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of the incident in question.
Sir, at once.
Witness testimony. The Battle of Goradeb.
Yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out though, and got the window open.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say that I'd noticed 1 or 2 went missing, I'm afraid. If that barley thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think.
A skirmish. It sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening.
Although an entirely one-sided assault, it seems. The enemy caught us on the hop, sir. Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware that on every battlefield, you're just a gnat's whisker from death at any moment.
Are we still talking about a marital quarrel here? Well, I must say, I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife.
In combat, one's focus narrows such that surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end.
Van Zeeks may well be right. Well, whatever the chances, we only have this last cross-examination to uncover the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Very well, counsel. Begin your cross-examination.
Let's go, chat. We got this.
Cross-examination. The Battle of Goradeb.
Yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now.
Hold it! Hold it!
The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe.
Yes, that's right. If I remember correctly, it all started because of a note that was tucked into the pages of a book belonging to Mr. Garadeb.
Paula. He's still chilling. A rather passionate note, in fact. But Mrs. Garadeb found the note discovering her husband's little secret.
And she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it too.
What a sordid state of affairs.
Hell on earth.
I say, when a chap says he can't recall such things, it's common decency not to drag it all up. And, besides, half of it was wide of the mark anyway.
A likely story.
These waters run very deep.
And what transpired next after these multiple blows to the face?
Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out though and got the window open.
Hold it!
And the fire also spread to some items of furniture, didn't it?
The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine really. Just so happens there was some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out.
Heads up, my non-subs, I have an ad block coming up. I actually have to go pee, so I'm gonna pause here really quick. Okay, sit tight guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee and get some more water. Okay, let's take it back a few lines.
That's a huge bitch.
From Garadeb's line. So we're doing a cross-examination, so now we're hearing the testimony of Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb, and we're pressing each of their statements to see if we can get some more information.
The truth will come out tonight. And what transpired next after these multiple blows to the face?
Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet.
Soon had it out though, and got the window open.
Hold it!
And the fire also spread to some items of furniture, didn't it?
The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine really.
Just so happens there was some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out.
A most precarious situation you put yourself in. Ours is a 3-story townhouse on the west side of the street, where the water main isn't connected yet. Have to draw the water from a public water pump during the day if you need any, you see.
The lodgers aren't always moaning that they can't get any water at night. Although, that little mustache Japanese man buys water in bottles, I believe.
The defendant, Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes. He receives a stipend for his studies, you know, from his home country. Can you imagine being able to brew a pot of tea at all hours? He's obviously very well off.
Have you actually seen the state of the man?
I believe he uses all of his income to buy books.
Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
Hold it!
Even though the room was on fire?
Bruh.
As far as I was concerned at the time, it was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw. That is
Emotional damage!
Definitely match slap that. Oh, nice, Footlong. So when are we gonna hang up and beat Sam at Mario Party Superstars? Dude, dude, Mario Party Superstars is great. That one's so much better than the one that came out for Switch like a couple of years ago. Kudos. Okay, right on, Paula. How much was it, if you don't mind me asking?
That is most certainly not true of a Susato takedown, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, Susato, you sweetie. How did you know I was thinking that? So, please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day?
honesty, I don't recall.
Cheers, Adrian. Welcome back to the stream. Piano Man, thanks for redeeming VHS Sam. Happy Monday, Adrian. Good to see you. How you doing tonight, man?
But I feel I must point out that I'm no monster.
You're just a bitch.
By Jupiter!
I will send you to Jesus.
Thanks for sending me to Jesus, Piano Man. Much love, Cat. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate your support. You have yourself a great night and sleep well, yeah?
That's a huge bitch!
15. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. All right, so we definitely need to pursue the husband. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day? And thanks for the FPS boost, Footlong, appreciate it.
Initiating another round of time warp, Sam.
We will solve
this case tonight, chat. What happened to my eyes? Oh my god. Oh dear lord.
That's a penis.
Ingrid, come here.
Oh my god, dude. My eyes went missing. It was just my bangs. So please cast your mind back and try to remember, was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day? In all honesty, I don't recall, but I feel I must point out that I'm no monster.
Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, garlic, a towel.
Emotional damage.
So much damage, Piano Man.
And a sponge, a napkin.
Pursue.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, mate. Excuse me. Do you have something to add, sir? Mr. Garadeb.
Don't shoot. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind?
Nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction was somewhat more solid than she implies. Books, bricks, and the fire poker, I seem to recall.
Lul. Good night, cat. That is why I activated all those. I'm never getting VIP, lol. I'm glad you enjoyed the redemptions. It's okay. We still have a good. I have like 46 left.
Nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction.
The old thing. He won't even say his wife. He calls her the old thing.
Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction was somewhat more solid than she implies. Books, bricks,
Emotional damage.
and the fire poker, I seem to recall. Ouch. And the woman's aim is uncanny.
Oh God, Joan, good grief, woman. We're not at home now. This is a fucking court of law. You old scrupulous piece of shit. That old thing.
Spicy. Spicy. spicy.
I love how when it said a little bit spicy on the second one, Adrian, it was like right where his hand was.
Oh, God.
Fucking Kekwa, dude. Kekwa.
Good grief, woman. We're not at home now. This is a court of law.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, ever so sorry, dear.
Hello? Yes?
Do you have anything to add to the court, Homer? You like that, Allie?
But what's she even doing with the teapot in here? Honestly, John, I would never have thrown such things at you, obviously.
Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened,
Your pipe, sir.
Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles, she did. Yes. And when I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see a sponge do that sort of damage.
I see. Your pipe was broken. Smoking a pipe? Scraping a blunt?
It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid, I would say. Anyway, I've managed to bandage the thing up for now.
Down Baddie 313. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? You have so many great point redemptions. Allie, I hope you enjoy them. Try to make the stream as interactive as I can, so by all means, check them out. Let her rip. Oh, I just noticed the slap mark on his face is gone. Oh yeah, huh, it did heal.
Anyway, I managed to bandage the thing up for now.
God damn it, Footlong. Yo, Baddie, you down? He needs those bandages still for his lap. I know, right? For all that tea that was spilt on there.
Huh. You are one to exaggerate, aren't you, dear?
I wonder what we should make of this account. It could be important. It could be important. The defense believes Mrs. Garadeb's... The defense believes Mr. Garadeb's remarks just now to be of great significance.
Objection!
This war veteran's words only tell us one thing. Betray a fiery wife and pipes as well as hearts may be broken. Sentimental wisdom perhaps, but hardly worth of adding to the former testimony.
Indeed. Common sense, one might say.
Might one?
In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, dearie me. There you go again, trying to ingratiate yourself with a young lady.
Very well. The court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence.
The pipe has entered into the court record. Mr. Garadeb's pipe apparently fell to the floor during a domestic dispute he had with his wife and broke.
How you doing, Down Baddie? Welcome on into the stream. Cheers, man. Thanks for checking out the channel. How you doing tonight? You did say let them rip. I did, Footlong. Appreciate it. How many points you at now, Footlong? hope I didn't speak out of turn, Mr. Naruhodo. I was just feeling rather disappointed for you that your request was turned down. Oh no, it's fine. Thanks to Susato-san, we have some new evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully. Alright, let's check out the pipe, guys.
Well, thank you for that rebuttal, Mr. Gardeb. Now, if we could return to the crux of the matter. What can you tell the court about the knife used to attack the victim?
$12.8K, saving for them means evil grin. Oh no.
Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I'd noticed if one or two went missing, I'm afraid.
Hold it! Sorry? Would you care to elaborate?
Nothing to say, really. Rather partial to a spot of carving, you see. Pipes and whatnot. Fishing tackle, you know, the sort of thing.
It's a passion we both share. I'd like to carve little wooden trinkets too. And then there's my leatherwork.
Sorry to say we're always losing knives about the place, and we have dozens of the things.
They sell them at the market sometimes. 20 for the price of 19. Needless to say, I snap them up. John prefers to use 2 knives at meal times too, instead of a fork and knife.
2 knives? Instead of a fork and a... The fuck?
Now, Joan, we don't want people thinking I'm some kind of savage.
Here we go again with the scaldings. Why are they being so evasive? I imagine it's because they don't want to believe it. They can't bear the thought that it might have been one of their knives that injured the victim. Which is entirely understandable, of course. But still.
Go on with your testimony, witnesses. Sir. If that bally thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think.
So this is the last statement. So you have no intention of admitting it was your knife, unless we can produce proof? Even though there is no other credible possibility if Mr. Natsume is innocent?
Objection!
You forget, my Nipponese friend, that it has yet to be established that the accused is not responsible for the attack.
As if I could forget. If only there was some way to know who had handled the knife. But I suppose wizardry like that is just a dream. Perhaps you're thinking of fingerprinting, Mr. Naruhodo? What? You mean it's not a dream? That sort of wizardry really exists? Whenever people touch anything, they leave behind a unique pattern from their skin. Or so they say. But I can't see anything.
There are already countries in the world where these so-called fingerprints can be used as evidence. Lord Strongheart is currently discussing the matter at the Ministry of Justice. Yes, I believe we are rapidly approaching an era of scientific methods of investigation.
But for now, we shall have to find an alternative method of proving our assertion. That this knife found in the victim's back was originally in Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's house. If only I could transplant this whole incident to several years in the future. That's the extent of their testimony, is it?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I think we've heard all this before, to be honest. I can't say I'm particularly confident that we'll be able to prove anything new from this testimony.
But in this cross-examination, it's absolutely essential that we establish how this knife came to be at the scene of the incident.
Yes, I know.
Lul.
I'm sure both of them must be feeling very worried. Worried that it was in fact a knife belonging to one of them that caused the victim's injury.
If we could find even a tiny shred of evidence to support that theory, it would clinch this trial for us. It would explain everything.
Yes, it would.
So, for Soseki-san's sake, we must find that last crucial piece of evidence. We got it, chat. We got it. Ah, yes. Slamming a desk simulator. The fur dices. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing tonight, man? Cheers. Welcome.
To Ace Attorney Monday.
And yeah, dude, slamming a desk simulator. That's who I feel the most bad for in all these games. I'm like, the poor wood, dude. The poor wood. Not yet. We can definitely examine it. Mr. Garadeb's pipe. Apparently it fell to the floor during a domestic dispute he had with his wife and broke. There's the crack. Oh, actually, no. There's a small nick out of the bowl here, look. It appears to have been made relatively recently.
And see how there are little scrapes and dents all over it? It's clearly a well-loved pipe.
Yes, you're right. It seems to me recently that being well-loved goes hand in hand with getting some battle scars. This particular nick is catching my eye, though, because it's clearly new. What's this? Oh, something just twinkled inside the chamber of this pipe there.
Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think.
Let's turn it over and give it a shake. What's this?
It's a tiny fragment of metal. It looks like the tip of a blade or something.
Oh my god. That's the tip of the blade that's missing on the knife. Chat. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. That's definitely their knife. Yep. We got it. Remember, we noticed that at the beginning of this trial, when we were initially looking over the evidence, someone mentioned, oh hey, the tip of that knife is missing. There it is.
It looks like the tip of a blade or something.
The tip of a blade? Surely it couldn't be.
A fragment of metal has been entered into the court record. This small piece of metal looks like it might be the tip of a knife blade. It was stuck inside the bowl of Mr. Garadeb's pipe.
That's a penis.
Ace Attorney with their bamboozles, bro. Last time I checked your stream was when you streamed Outlast 2. Not like this. Oh, damn, dude. That was quite some time ago. Well, dude, Fur Dices, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for being here tonight. I hope you're doing well, man. So the guy has had just the tip in his mouth the whole time?
MrSamKim.
Yeah, right? What the fuck? That's not dangerous. Yeah, I never finished Outlast 2. But yeah, I'm really not much of a horror guy anyways. But yeah, been mainly streaming Ace Attorney, usually on Tuesdays, but this week is a little bit, like, my schedule's a little bit different. And then yeah, playing a shitload of Project Zomboid. Yeah, good to see you, Fur Dices. Welcome back, man. It looks to be in a sorry state with that bandage around it, doesn't it? But for some reason, it feels slightly ominous to me, like it's trying to shout out a warning. Probably because it's the same blue as Mr. Garadeb's dressing gown. I suppose it must have considerable sentimental value to Mr. Garadeb, given that he's gone to the trouble of repairing it like this. Either that, or he can't afford to replace it. Let's see. I think that's it. Yep, that should be it. So we found the tip of the knife blade. Yeah, that was the major piece. This is the tiny piece of metal we found in the chamber of Mr. Garadeb's pipe. It looks like the tip of a blade or something. Oh, okay, we already just tip of a blade. Something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? There's something. Oh, something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? There's just something niggling me, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Perhaps in that case, it would be wise to examine some of the other pieces of evidence again. Yep. So now let's examine the knife, and we should be able to put the 2 and 2 together. Open it up. Yep. And there's the missing tip. Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing. Wait, part of it's missing? I could be wrong, but I've just got a feeling. You remember this? Ah, that's the tiny fragment of metal that we found inside Mr. Garadeb's pipe. Yes, and just maybe. Oh my, it's a perfect fit. Somehow, I just knew it. There we go, chat. There we go. Okay, so let's go over the testimonies one more time, and let's present the necessary evidence. Lowell starts to have warlike flashbacks of visage or visage. I would connect the tip and knife in the evidence. Well, it's a blade. You don't want to put your finger on it. Sharp things are sharp. Yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out though, and got the window open. Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him. Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I'd noticed if 1 or 2 went missing, I'm afraid. If that volley thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think. Okay, let's save here.